Dead Love Alive, Dead Lovers. You're listening to Radio Free Radio. It's
time for Joystick Syndicate. Oh, wait. No, it's not. I had to apologize. Joystick Syndicate's taking a little bit of a break. We're actually going to be moving nights starting on May 20th. We're moving to Friday nights, so stick with us while we work things out and clear the dust.
and juggle.
We're going to do some juggling. But Joystick Syndicate will be back. We may or may not have a show next week while we restructure and move nights.
Ooh, under construction. You
So that
understand.
means it's Wednesday. It's 9 p.m. It's time for the best filler show that you could possibly have. The aptly titled Matt and Justin Have a Radio Show.
Oh, yes. It's, clever.
Do we have that theme?
Matt and Justin have a radio show.
It was good.
I whipped
It's
that
good. It's
together real quick
concise.
before we went on. So,
It's concise.
I mean, I didn't have a lot of time, so.
Yeah, I mean, I see you over there pushing buttons, and I don't hear any production coming out, so
Yeah.
I guess that happens.
I'm kind of an asshole, so. Sorry.
So, Justin,
So,
how
Matt.
are you?
You know what? Good. This thing is really taking shape. I'm just feeling
It
good.
is, and that shape is it's kind of a rectangular box with a roof.
Studio Club. It's a nice roof.
It is a nice roof.
It protects us from rain.
We've had rain several times this week, and I haven't gotten wet while I've been in here.
Not one problem. Not one drop in here.
One drop.
Not once, not never.
And that's important, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
Staying dry.
There's a lot of electricity in here.
There's a lot of things that I like to enjoy as a human, and one of those is not being wet.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're, just standing out in the rain, as it were.
I think that would make me, I don't think it would be a very good seal.
You wouldn't be a good seal the singer?
Yeah, because I can't sing.
Yeah.
Kiss on. I've been kissed on the rose and some shit.
Beautiful.
I've
Beautiful.
been kissing some shit on some roses.
That's beautiful, really.
What was wrong with my face?
I don't think those are the words, but it's
Pretty
really
sure that
well
was
done.
it.
Yeah.
I went to one of those lyric sites, 411lyrics.net.
Yeah.
Dot
.org.
edu. .au.
Same joke. Different order.
.de.
Different directions.
You go right, I go left, and the joke's somewhere in the middle.
Stuck in the middle.
With you.
dudes.
Oh man, with dudes.
Yeah.
Nate, I think Nate's sad that he's not part of the Matt and he's like, oh, Matt and Justin. I remember when I was on a show called Matt and Nate.
Yeah.
We had issues. Well, we have one issue. We can't seem to get together long enough.
Oh, I'll
To
put them on
record
blast.
A freaking show.
Blasty
But
blast.
that's fine.
Yeah.
So how's the week going? Anything crazy? I hear that there's some equipment in stock.
I'm pretty
I don't
excited.
know why we're stocking things. Make sure you get those on the shelves.
The new interface came today, as I was walking out
Which
the
is
door.
good because as we were about to go on air, the worst hum
Yeah.
ever was coming out.
Well,
of
I'm
the-
sure it was probably on during Josh's whole show, which is bums me out.
Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed.
They thought it was part of it.
All I know is Josh was playing. I think he ended his show with this song. Ah! Ah!
It's a classic.
It's his classic
Yeah.
from the classic album. Ah! You may know that band as.
No.
So I think the best thing about the Matt and Justin show is that this kind of gives you the feel of how Wednesdays are, especially around the studio clubhouse. We've got just people hanging out.
Yeah. Well, Josh is the 8:00 show, and usually my brother Rob comes and hangs now. And Ron to the Hills usually shows up.
This is hang night.
Yeah, Wednesday is definitely becoming hang night, because Ron to the Hills usually shows up halfway into Josh's show, and they're here through theirs, and then
Today they showed up at 8:45 because they were like, "What else do we have to do?"
yeah,
It's either this or get arrested for loitering at a 7-Eleven, probably a Phoebus 7-Eleven.
I wonder if we could get them arrested for loitering at the studio clubhouse.
Let's call the cops now.
Yeah, let's find out.
Let's just get them on the line.
Yeah, we'll open it. The line is open. 757-848-5920 if the
If
cops
you're a
want to
cop,
call.
if you're a cop, call in
Yeah.
and let us know if we can get Ron and Don kicked off of the property. I don't know. I've got no reason.
No,
We've invited them
Yeah.
like vampires
to let them do a show.
do a show, and well, I feel like we're giving them show content.
Yeah. I mean, they...
Here's a conspiracy: did Matt and Justin set us up to get thrown in jail?
Yeah, and I mean, as it is,
Answer's
they
always
always,
gonna be yes.
they always give us crap about the Gatorade. Thankfully, there's no Gatorade in the studio anymore.
Because I'm off Gatorade. You know what I'm on?
Yeah.
Water.
I don't know how long ago I told you about that.
Well, water's good.
Whole...
The cops are calling.
Cops are calling!
The cops are. Can somebody pick up the phone?
Could you please pick up the phone?
The cops are on the air. Just put them on hold, and we'll put them right up. We'll put them right through.
We just had...
Yeah, that's it. Answer it really loudly.
Yes.
Like we're not doing a radio show here. Put the cops on.
It's the... Press hold.
The hold button.
Good thing about staffers. They know how to do everything.
Oh my gosh! Don't hang up on the cops.
Don't hang up with the cops. We're trying to get you guys
kicked out.
Yeah. Yes. Well, at least halfway. A
Sure.
little bit over halfway.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds perfect.
Caller. Are you a cop?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. This is Sergeant Kaczynski with the Hampton Police Department.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, good.
How are you doing?
Perfect.
We were wondering.
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing
Good.
great.
We're doing good, officer.
We actually, officer, I'm glad you called. We're trying to get these two people kicked off the premises.
Yep.
We're wondering.
Ron and Don. You may know them from Ron to the Hills.
Yeah.
I don't know if you listen Wednesday nights.
Oh,
11,
yeah,
10
yeah.
o'clock.
No, that's that conspiracy theory show, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well,
What are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm
You-
very familiar with that show.
No, Mr.
I'd
Policeman.
actually like to have a few
You
words
know,
with those guys down at
You're from the
station.
Illuminati.
well, they're here right now.
They are accusing you of being from the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Is this true, Officer Illuminati?
Well, that's totally unfounded rumors, and you shouldn't listen to anything out of those stoners' mouths.
That makes sense.
That totally makes sense.
Is it true that they've been hanging around the Phoebus 7-Eleven?
Yes.
I
Actually,
knew
we
it.
get a lot of calls. We get a lot of calls on this because
I
they're
knew it.
like from down at the Phoebus 7-Eleven.
They've been ganking Slurpees, haven't they?
They take Slurpees, they take nacho cheese and chili without buying shit.
Just handfuls
That's
of
beautiful.
nacho cheese.
That's beautiful. Actually, I got to hand it to them. That's actually clever.
Yeah. You know what? The more you talk, the more I think I want these guys hanging around because they know how to party.
I mean, I still want them arrested.
Oh, we're sure.
Yeah, for loitering.
at least handcuffed.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, I'm afraid the damage has already been done. We're going to have to...
How do you
come
know
to
I'm
the
mad?
law.
He knows all of us, man. He's NWO.
For life.
I've been listening to the show, guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, I guess that's how he knew that we were asking cops to call.
That's how I knew to call in.
Yeah. Well, Officer Illuminati, we appreciate you calling in.
Send a cruiser.
Yeah, send a cruiser. Let's get Ron and Don out of here.
All right, I'll be there in 10 minutes or less.
Beautiful.
We'll see
wow.
you soon.
That's how I like my pizza.
Or our next arrest is free.
If Papa can numbing my face.
Beautiful.
You're dead.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
At least that went out over the air.
If Papa numbing my face.
Seems like the cop said you're dead.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be kind of worried about that because that happens a lot
Yeah.
nowadays.
It's a very unfortunate situation, so we got to go, guys. All right.
You guys
Later.
may have to change up your 7-Eleven
Yeah.
if you guys considered the Big Bethel 7-Eleven. Why don't you go loiter there? We're gonna get hyper local. That's what the Matt and Justin show's about.
The Woodland
End
7-Eleven's good too.
scene.
Officer Illuminati calling in. Good for him.
And it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we asked for calls and we received.
We ask and then we receive. Just like we asked for a radio station and then this is what we got. This is what we received.
Well, I mean, you said here's your station,
Yeah.
and
the
then
keys.
we thought about what are we going to put on it.
So what do we do? I don't know. Let's call our friends. Let's call people we don't even know and just say, hey, we've started a radio station. Why don't you come hang out? How shocked are some people when they get to the station and see it for the first time?
They're never shocked ever because it looks like a professional station.
That we've worked very hard to make a professional station.
Yeah.
We got the F that guy sign up there. We got a luchador mask. And
There's 2.
don't forget,
Yeah.
what time is it?
12:03.
The kitty clock.
Yep. That's right. Right, meow. That's what time
That's
it
what
is.
time it is. Right, meow.
Meow.
It's great being here.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about today?
I don't know,
What do you
man.
want to talk about in the first? You know what I want to kind of talk about? I want to talk about some local bands.
Okay.
I want to talk local bands. If you had to put together the perfect show, you've got a huge budget.
Okay.
You can get any local bands that are current, and you have the power to put bands that have fallen by the wayside. If you could put them together for one last show, you've got unlimited power. You've got godlike power.
All right.
When it comes to some indie bands,
So
what would your lineup be?
I immediately need to resurrect Frood and the Gloom because that's that's 2 already.
Nate's already yelling at us on the Twitter. Well, not on the Twitter, on the Slack.
About what?
You guys don't know what the Slack is. About Frood.
Right.
So he's very happy about Frood.
He should be happy because I'm resurrecting them.
I only got to see Frood one time live,
That's
and
your
it wasn't
fault.
enough.
Well, no, it wasn't.
You know, my favorite moment from that show was when you got them to do, just off the cuff, the
Now You're a
Now
Man.
You're a Man
Yeah.
from Orgasmo, and you peeking out from behind the corner yelling "man" from backstage. It was fantastic. It was one of my favorite moments in indie music.
I mean, they're just fun dudes, and you can do that at a Frood show.
It's a fun show.
Yeah.
It was a fun show. It's good music and it's fun music.
I
And it's too bad they're not around anymore.
I feel bad that you never got to see the Gloom.
I did never get to see the Gloom.
Oof. I tell you what, because they have that fun dance appeal to them,
Yeah.
like very poppy sound.
I'm
but
telling you, Vesuvius became one of my favorite songs for a
it's
while. I was
such a
obsessed
groover.
with it.
It's
Such a great pop song.
yeah, but they also have that rock edge. Like if you listen to the rest of Good Luck,
Yeah.
it's a rock record. There's like surf elements to it. It really is a shame they broke up. Brian told me there's like a bigger, deeper story behind it, and he never told me the story.
Oh.
One of these days I'll get it out of him. But
We have to do it on air.
yes. So we got Frood and the Gloom, absolutely. I think let me see. I'm going 4 bands. I'm gonna get Sick Man of Virginia on there.
I have gone to a Sick Man show. It wasn't what I expected.
Face Melting
I don't
Rock.
know what I expected from Sick Man, but I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be like a heavier rock. I definitely wasn't expecting some fantastic guitar playing.
Oh yeah, it's face melting guitar
It's some
rock.
fantastic guitar rock,
Uh,
and I wasn't expecting that. So that was a pleasant surprise.
And Joe is
I love me some guitars.
Joe's a freak on the drums. They call themselves Freak Out Rock, and I think that's pretty apt.
Yeah.
Because it does have lots of guitars. It does have like some freaked out drum stuff, and it's just, to me, that's a good time. That's all I need is really good guitar work.
Cheap
And
plug. I hear they're going to be on Barrel Fire tomorrow
yes,
night.
they are absolutely. And
It's too bad I'm going to be missing that.
spoiler,
Spoiler. I will be missing most of the shows because I will be at a movie show,
yes,
at a picture show.
yes. Man,
So who's your fourth?
See, and
Because
this-
you know who my fourth would be.
and I think I'm on the same
'Cause
page with
I'm
you.
in love with that band.
I think I'm on the same.
I'm in love with that band.
Yeah. And, I think it's a perfect way to round out because it's very poppy. That's a very poppy show minus Sick Man.
I've seen them twice now.
Uh-huh.
It's such a feel-good show.
It is. And, it's just, okay, so Feral Conservatives. We're going to go Feral Conservatives.
Yes. I will go to this show.
Well, I mean, depending on where it's at. And I still want to do.
Anywhere but FM.
Okay.
I'll hold a
Done.
grudge. Even though it might have been right. I'll still hold a grudge.
I think that's a killer lineup, though. And chances are most you're paying is $10
Yeah,
around here.
$10 for that show would be crazy.
Yeah.
You'd be crazy not to see. When I don't see people at a Feral Conservative concert, I just want to hit social media and just yell. I just want to say, "What's wrong with you idiots?
That's what
Why ain't you here?"
I've been dealing with for the better part of 7 years.
There's not to take. I mean, and those are the 4 bands that I have really come to love and appreciate. So I don't mean any disrespect to any of the other three when I say I'm just in love with Feral Conservatives right now in that album. In fact, I was somewhere a couple of weeks ago, and someone asked me what the music was that we used to open and end Popped.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's Feral Conservative. They go, oh, that's really, really good. I was like, really? Well, why don't you take my CD? Because I've been just listening the crap out of this. I don't even know if it works anymore. Why don't you take this and listen? I guarantee you're going to love that album. And then, because I know that I just passed that on, and now next time I see them, I can say, here's another $10. Let me buy another album.
Yeah.
And hopefully I've turned somebody on. So I love that we can bring indie rock to people that wouldn't necessarily, they're listening to the rock, to the talk block. And boom, all of a sudden we're making fans out of people because they hear the music on our shows, and that's an awesome feeling. So I kind of feel how you get addicted to wanting to bring indie bands to more and more people.
Well, it's exactly how your music show started. Is we wanted to be kind of like a Mike and Bob show light, and have music in the middle of it, and people would tune in for the show, but maybe they hear the music and they're like, okay, cool, and this is just that next step. RFR is absolutely that next step. So just get people to tune in, and then they hear songs wherever they are, and then, oh man, I dig that. And it's happening a lot now that we have the station.
If we could add a fifth band, we got to add Human Services and make them do a bread show.
Oh my God!
I don't even really know. My brain can't comprehend exactly what a bread show is, but I have a feeling it's amazing.
If you have Human Services on the bill, they have to close. That's the only deal I've made with them.
Because there's a good chance they're going to burn the place down.
Yes, literally.
There's going to be property value.
Yeah.
I don't know how Human Services still gets booked. Because there's probably going to be property values that are going to start to plummet.
Yeah, a little bit of damage done.
You know what? That's what we need to do. When we start shopping around to find a venue or a bar, we need to bring Human Services. We have Human Services play at that bar. They bring the property value down. We come in and we buy it dirt cheap.
We swoop. Yes.
They're like, well, we were asking this much, but then Human Services came. They played. All the windows broke out.
Yeah.
We didn't even see anybody throw anything through the windows. We're not sure how the windows broke out. All the windows are broken out. That's cool because we can just be like, oh, well, that's fine. We don't need windows.
What's funny, though, is Human Services really is one of my favorite bands to see.
Yeah.
Because if you get that rare occasion where they're, taking it serious and actually putting on a rock show, oh, my God, they sound so good. It's like if you like big rockin' walls of sounds coming right at you, kicking you right in the dick. Oh my God, that's what I love.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, and this is what I love about Human Services. They're kind of like me, big personalities.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. And I could totally get why they wouldn't be your thing, because they're big personalities and they may pee on you.
They might.
But that's just, if you want to be around a cool energy, sometimes you got to risk being peed on.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen around those guys, for sure.
Which member of Human Services do you think would pee on you first?
I don't know, man. See, Jeff seems the most laid back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking either Sean or Don.
Yeah. I'm going to go Don. Let's see if we can get him in here to answer the question.
Hey,
Don!
I think Don would just do it just for fun. It wouldn't even be for show.
Yeah.
He just might.
Oh, look at this. We've got a member of Human Services here with us.
Yeah.
To answer this question. So we were just talking about putting together a big indie rock show. What would be the perfect indie rock show that takes a bunch of local bands? What could we make? And we want to end the show with Human Services. We added a fifth. We said 4. We added a fifth because I said I want Human Services to close out because I want to experience a bread show.
You should have us open the show.
You guys are showstoppers.
We don't think that's the deal. We don't think we could do that because we were thinking there's going to be
the
property
perfect
value.
venue. You mean?
There's going to be property value.
So
we're
what
just
do you-
putting
what do you-
together a show.
What exactly?
So
you
here's
asking?
the question: out of every member of Human Services, who's more, because we were saying big personalities, who's more likely to pee on you first?
To pee on you first.
Yeah.
We got
So
any.
let's
We got
say
any.
we're fans. We're at a human services show.
We got any.
Which member?
We got any Jeopardy music?
Do, do,
Let's see.
do,
Pee
do,
on you
do,
first.
do,
Let's see. Jeff got peed on one time. Billy doesn't come out of his closet. Sean's usually. It would have to be me. I would piss on you.
Now, let's see if you've matched our answer.
Yeah.
We said done.
Yes.
Go figure.
Yes.
And that's which member of human services would pee on you first
Ah.
if you're at a human services concert.
Now, why you'd want that, I don't know. But I mean, it's worth it. Like I said,
Experience, man.
if you get that rare occasion where they're because man, they came to the barrel fire a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. That took over.
Yeah, and it's just if you're anybody else, maybe you're just freaking out while that's happening. But I mean, number one, I've learned to live with it, and number two, it's just easier to go on the ride. Who is it?
Trying to get Heidi.
Oh,
She's not having any of it.
Heidi.
Heidi!
Heidi.
She does not care.
I want to do another bit. I don't like saying it on air, but I want to do another bit.
What bit?
I mean, that wasn't a bit. That was a real policeman who called in.
What?
Yeah.
There's no question there.
No, not at all.
We should play a game show.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
What game?
Can I get Heidi's attention?
How are you going to do it? What do you think? Like animal noises? Do you think that'll work?
You want to try animal noises?
Are you having a stroke
A
again?
little bit. Let's try animal noises. What animal?
Coyote.
Jeez.
Not bad. Did it work?
Did not work.
Okay.
They have another animal.
Giraffe. Well, got her attention. But is she going to
No.
enter?
No, I don't
Giraffe,
think so.
Giraffe did not work.
Did not work.
Let's see. Maybe I should get out of the jungle.
Maybe it's the jungle animals that she's not responding to.
Let's see. How about a rat?
Oh, okay.
You're a master at this. I had no idea.
Nope.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Damn.
It's not working.
I don't understand.
I feel like I failed at this game.
You drew Dawn in.
I got
Hey.
Don in.
Hey.
Which animal noise
I
did
wanna,
it for you?
Which animal noise? The monkey chatter.
That was a coyote.
Well, it was kind of monkeyish.
Hey, no, it's-
But I got a pitch for a segment for you guys.
Okay.
Sure. Wait. We got to We got to.
It's a new
into
segment.
the segment.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
I've got
Let's do the
I've got
production.
production for it. Dawn's got a picture segment.
Don's got a pizza segment. That's our Don. Okay.
So, once a week, we have this little session called "What Fucking Crazy Thing Has Josh Done Now?"
Uh-oh.
Okay. So do we have to guess?
No, we just tell a little story. And we
Okay.
can start it off right now. So, one time, Josh, for some reason, decided to get naked at DJ's house and just piss in a circle in the middle of the living
That's
room.
I'm sure you've heard the
During a
word.
show.
No.
Just
it
like,
was,
hey, how's it going?
It was a YMS Christmas party. And I'm sure you've heard the word pisscopter before.
Yeah.
And that's Josh. Because he was a pisscopter that day.
Oh no.
It was before DJ finished his house.
Okay.
And let's see, Will, I think, was there. And Will just all night is telling Josh to get naked. Josh, get naked. Josh, get naked.
That's okay.
If you tell Josh to get naked, he's gonna get naked.
No,
It's
please,
not.
let's not.
It's not very difficult.
Let's not.
And so Josh gets naked, and he decides that he has to urinate. Instead of using the bathroom, I went out on the dining room floor. And instead of just straight pissing, he decides to twirl around.
Well, you can't do a proper piss copter without the twirl.
Right. And so we made mugs, made t-shirts.
She got merch out of this.
We got merch. Didn't sell any,
It's fantastic.
but there's merch. The Pisscopter story is 100% legit. So Don's not making things up with that.
Well, I have to confess, me and Heidi were laughing earlier because I'm passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
Because I have to summon the energy and courage to come out here after work, and she's like, hey, there's a guy just peeing in the backyard, just out in the open, peeing.
It wasn't me.
Do you know that? I was like, I do now.
I wonder who that was.
I didn't even have to get up and look. I just started laughing. I think I know exactly who that is. You'd think he'd, I don't know, duck behind something.
Or knock on the door.
Or just knock on the door. We have a bathroom.
There's two cars in the driveway. There's a good chance somebody's home.
Have a bathroom. But, if you want to just stand in the middle, like, I don't know who stands in the middle of a yard and just takes a leak.
I don't either.
Well, you do now.
Yes. It doesn't surprise me at all. Like, literally, not at all.
That's how I know that what we're doing is Rockstar.
Yeah.
When we got just people pissing out in the open.
For fun.
Yeah.
Just cuz. Instead of knocking on the door.
Hey, I got a joke for you. I heard earlier.
Yeah?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Just a guy pissing in your yard.
Oh, it's not a very good joke, but
Nope, there was no knock, knock. I just can't say, hey, there's a guy pissing in your yard without you understanding.
yeah.
That I looked out my window and there's just a guy pissing in my yard.
Now, this story is closely related to Don. Speaking
Brought
of,
to you by the letter P, by the way.
yeah. Well, this time it might be A or
Oh,
F,
no.
depending on.
Oh, no.
Depending. So you guys
Draw
were
your
playing
own
at Rogers.
conclusions.
Was this? This wasn't Human Services. This was Philip Michael Thomas. Yes.
I am not affiliated with that.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why not?
How many members of Human Services are in the Philip Michael Thomas search party?
Well, see, all of them.
Son of a bitch. I knew it.
But that show he's talking about, Sean wasn't there because he had to work. That's why we.
That's why it
did that.
became. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
see,
so as soon as he leaves.
Phil Michael Search Party was a thing. What, like 8-10 years ago?
Yeah.
And we decided because we couldn't play that show, we were now gonna say it's Phil Michael Search Party reunion show, and that happened. Yeah, much to the chagrin of the people who booked the show, they were like, "What's this?" We just started flying it as the Phil Michael Thomas Search Party.
Sometimes you don't have to tell Josh to get naked, and
It
you
just happens.
and you especially don't have to tell him to finger blast his own A.
I love that you have no problem yelling finger blast, but didn't want to say ass. Okay, sometimes that happens.
Well, it's
Sometimes you don't have a broom handle or
It's the combination
a
of words.
cucumber nearby, and you just got to use your own finger, apparently.
Yes.
By the way, the best thing about that whole situation was
Where's the best thing?
yes, there was the best thing. The guy who was
Like
running,
anything else that was happening at the same time?
the guy who was running sound was the owner of the place.
Oh, no.
And he just was chasing Josh around, man, for like fucking 10 minutes. And Josh was like, "Fuck you, I'm naked, I'm jerking off, finger blast." And like, he kept telling us to quit. And every time he'd like say something to one of us, he'd be, doing the neck / cut off motions, like stop. And I like every time he did it to me, I don't know about everybody else, but I just kind of looked at him dumbly and just shrugged my shoulders and was like, "Huh?" and turned around and just started making noise. So like that went on for quite a while.
I love that you weren't necessarily playing music.
No, we definitely
But we're
were not,
making noise.
No, we definitely there wasn't any music
Oh
involved.
my
in
god. Yeah. Josh is always fun to have around.
Yeah. I got to tell you, he came out to do our 48 that me and Billy did a couple of years ago, and he did the whole thing without a shirt on.
Of course.
Just didn't have a shirt on. Sometimes he would put a jean jacket on.
He's got the nipples of a champion.
He just had a jean jacket on, no shirt.
World Championship nipples on Joshua Hickey.
That's on film now.
Yeah, of course.
Available wherever home videos are sold.
Yes.
Cassettes, Betamax, actually.
Coliseum Video.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I like try our new 4-tape WrestleMania 3 set.
Oh my god.
How terrible with video cassettes, especially on long movies that you had to like. I'm sure there are movies that came on 2 video cassettes
Yeah.
that I just haven't seen the last half of it.
Because you just didn't want to deal with it.
I'm not gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
That's why I never got into laser discs. I gotta flip that. Half the time I just accidentally put records in it.
Word?
I don't know.
I never messed with no laser discs.
I didn't either. I wasn't a fan. Did not enough. I went straight to DVDs. I went straight from the VHS to the DVD.
I was a late adopter to DVDs.
What was the first DVD you bought?
I bought myself
Okay.
with my own money.
I don't know, man.
Basketball.
I don't know why you got to make it complicated.
Well, I mean, it just, I can't recall which one my dad got before I started buying them myself, but basketball. Because I wore out 2 VHSs.
Nathan says that Scarface, the last 30 minutes is on the second tape. He's never watched it. He has no idea. This Say Hello to My Little Friend had no idea that was Scarface.
Yeah, he has no idea.
No, it's in the last half.
He just says it.
He's like, hey, I get to take it to the limit. And then that's how Scarface ends.
Yeah.
Everything's good. He thinks Scarface has a happy ending.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, Scarface becomes this big dope dealer and nothing bad happens.
Word up.
Oh, ridiculous. What was the first? I know one of the first movies I ever bought was 97. There was they released a special edition of Enter the Dragon.
Ooh.
I went Enter the Dragon. That was the first DVD I bought
Oh.
on my DVD machine.
The DV.
It wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot out there. It was like a small amount. The coolest thing DVDs did, because back in the old home video cassette era, they used to price things to rent.
Right.
Occasionally there would be a major release like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit or Jurassic Park that would come out on video cassette and it would be priced to own. But for the most part, for 3 months, you could only buy them at what was called price to rent. And they would cost $100. So you could only rent them pretty much for 3 months, and then they would start to sell them.
Huh.
So the cool thing about DVDs was they were pretty much day and date when they were released. They were priced accordingly. So, $25 you could go get a DVD, and you didn't have to worry about waiting 3 months to own it. That's a practice that went out. Because I remember having to order. Like anytime I worked at a video cassette place.
Look at you.
I know that they have a different.
Cassettes Plus.
Why do I keep saying video cassette? What am I? I'm like an old man.
Hey.
Look at it. What am I? What am I, old guy? You and your young kids and your video cassettes.
Your VHS tapes.
Be kind and rewind. I don't want to put a VCR cassette tape into my cassette deck and have to rewind that sucker because I can't watch. I couldn't think of a movie.
Forrest Gump.
I couldn't think of a single movie. For some reason, I was thinking of Another Stakeout. the Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez classic, Another Stakeout.
Good for you.
Co-starring Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, well.
I think straight Rosie O'Donnell too. What was that movie where she was in some like lingerie?
Oh,
Remember
God.
that?
Was that with Aykroyd?
Something Eden.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Ah, the Flintstones. Maybe I'm thinking of Flintstones.
No, it was definitely something Eden. Was it? Was
Something
Aykroyd in that?
Exit to Eden?
Yes. Exit to Eden.
We actually pulled that off.
What
You'd
they-
think that any movie that's got Rosie O'Donnell in like bondage gear, we're trying to forget
Erase.
anything about it.
Am I right? Was it Aykroyd who co-starred in that? Or is it somebody else?
Oh, look, Nate got it too. I don't remember Aykroyd. You remember Nothing But Trouble with Aykroyd in
Yes.
old man makeup
Yes.
and Chevy Chase?
Yes.
I used to throw up involuntarily every time that movie came out.
Oh, really?
I can't stand that movie. There was some.
At least it has Digital Underground on it.
For some 80, they did have some Digital Underground.
Yeah.
How come? This is what I don't understand. I'm glad you brought this up because this is what Matt and Justin is all about.
Yeah.
Just jumping from topic to topic.
No,
and
wait.
giving people
We're
whiplash.
not supposed to talk about that.
That's rule 1.
Yeah.
But rule 2 is nah. Go ahead and talk.
Okay.
How come everybody thinks of like Sir Mix-a-Lot so fondly, but nobody brings up some Digital Underground?
I don't know, man.
The Humpty Dance is one of the greatest songs ever, but I feel like either the hipsters today don't deem it to be the classic that Baby Got Back is. I don't know what's wrong with these people because Humpty Dance is one of the greatest songs that's ever been written.
Right?
It's your chance.
Yeah. To do the hump.
He once got busy in a Burger King bathroom.
Right.
It's one of the greatest lyrics ever written.
And, you know,
You know, Paul McCartney heard that and he was like, I'll be damned.
yeah.
I wish I'd put that in. Help.
And also, Digital Underground put Tupac on the map.
Yeah. There you go. So why don't they get more respect?
Respect?
Keytar.
That should give them more respect. I love the guitar. No?
Maybe in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Oh, what was his name?
What rock star have you seen with massive feel rocking a fucking keytar?
Mm,
Guitar rhymes with another kind of word that's politically incorrect.
Oh.
Retard.
Guitar?
oh.
Oh.
Dom Keytar.
Guitar.
Remember Dom Keytar? He was a great guitarist. Actually, he's the one who invented the keytar.
What about Mac Tonight?
Remember Mac Tonight?
Did he have a keytar? I feel like Mac Tonight had a keytar.
So the only guy you can associate with the keytar is the dude who invented it?
Yeah, Dom Keytar.
No, I'm thinking
It's
of.
a hot ass instrument.
Did you guys ever
shred.
Did you guys ever watch a cartoon called Kid Video?
No.
I feel like he had a keytar, and possibly the Kids Incorporated band. Kids Incorporated had to have had a keytar, right?
You can shred on the keytar. There's the dueling piano bar, Lucky's, in Hampton, and one night we went in there. We went in there once, and the guy pulled out his keytar and did Final Countdown by Europe
It was the fun
on keytar, and it was awesome.
You want to hear my impression of Final Countdown?
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
That's it. That's all it is. Just that part. Terrible song.
Is it?
How did we get out of the 80s? That's cool. Just play whatever. That's cool. It's not like there's any mics on. It's not like we're doing a show. Just whatever you need to play over there, just have at it. That's cool. It's perfect.
Beautiful.
For some reason, our promo's playing in the background. We
Yeah.
just have it on loop whenever we're not doing a show.
Yes. Wait.
Just over and over. We want people, anybody who walks into the garage. Drops. This is the worst way to play drops.
Yes.
You'd think he'd at least put the microphone up to the
Oh God.
speaker.
Even worse.
No, here's the worst.
Oh, don't even.
For them, it's for the Patreon subscribers.
Yes.
Surprise! Everyone who paid for Joystick Syndicate, they're instead getting this.
Yeah.
Well, we can do some gaming news.
Okay.
In gaming news,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way I'll get my laptop up in time.
Nope.
Who am I going to talk to this with? Because it's just be me talking. I'll tell you one thing. I'll do one gaming piece of gaming news came out today. The trailer for the new Call of Duty came out.
You said duty.
The trailer came out.
Uh-huh.
It's just a trailer.
They have trailers for games.
They do.
Why?
They want to show you gameplay. This is apparently Call of Duty in space because you get into spaceships and you rocket off into space.
Drop
Cool.
deuces in space.
That's right.
Make sure you avoid the flying poo.
It quickly became a thing to see how many people could dislike it. I think last I checked, it was up to like 400,000 people had disliked it. It hit Reddit. Reddit got involved. They started disliking it. I don't know if this is the new thing is to tell people how, because I feel like this was also some news with Ghostbusters this week, where there were several stories stating that the new Ghostbusters trailer was the most hated YouTube video of all time. There's footage of Hitler up there. You know, we can't get the dislikes on Hitler above the new Ghostbusters.
Why are they keeping those stats? Why are they paying attention to that? The most hated.
Because now this is going to be a thing. Mark my words. Now people are going to just see how much they can dislike videos.
Oh, maybe we should get ahead of that. Make viral hate videos.
Oh man, I went viral. 5 million dislikes.
Yes.
I got more dislikes than I got views. Screw it, man. The internet's just a bad place. That's what
It
we're
is.
heading towards. There's
And-
just bad people who like negative things, and they want to propagate that kind of behavior. So now this is going to be a thing. Diss viral videos. Yeah, it went the opposite. That was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I got to check the calendar now because that was my 9/11. Oh my God. You think that peaked?
Oh God.
I feel like it's time to end the Matt and Justin show.
Oh,
That
God.
is amazing. I don't know if we ever. My heart can't handle stuff like that, by the way. Like, it hurts now. I'm going to.
Coming up next, Ron to the Hills. Oh God.
We got to tell people where they need to go for further reading.
Yes.
If you'd like to know more about any of the subjects that we've talked about tonight, head to your local library.
The Radio Free Radio Library on YouTube.
Yeah. Give us a dislike.
Give us 5,000 dislikes. We're trying to go the opposite direction.
I heard we're the most disliked library on YouTube.
Yeah, good for us.
Yeah. It's not how books work, so I think we're fine.
Okay.
I think that does it. Next week, you don't have to worry about the Matt and Justin. Never mind. You may have the Matt and Justin show next week also. Who knows what's going on right now? Like I said, Joystick Syndicate is going to be heading to Fridays on May 20th. May 20th. Feel like it needed a 22nd, which would be a Monday.
Or Sunday.
So,
The pay-per-view. It's the 22nd. Extreme Rules.
yeah.
It's Sunday.
Well, I said Monday.
I know. Well,
So
that
I
would've
was
been
just
the
wrong.
23rd.
I
Yeah.
was just wrong.
You're
I
welcome.
can't count is what happens there. We do have to remind you, if you actually liked what you heard,
Yeah.
then please head to YouTube, give us a dislike. Is that how it's working, kids? I don't know. Or head to patreon.com, patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. Consider giving us $1, at least giving us $1. Hey, we're all for giving as much as possible.
Yeah.
If you want to support this show and you want to support the station and what we're doing on the station and get shows like Nights at the Round Table, Ron to the Hills, whatever else I can't name, you can have all those shows. Just pledge at least $1 a month, and you get complete access to everything that we've got. And of course, we appreciate anything that you want to chip in to help support, because we are going to stay 100% commercial free. Not 100%. That's a lofty goal. We're going to stay relatively commercial free and listener supported. So to make that happen, we're going to need listener support.
Yes.
And that's where you come in. So take a look, go to patreon.com/Radio Free Radio, and you never know. Pledge a couple dollars to us a month, and we may give you a show.
Yes.
And if you do have any show ideas, just reach out to us. bands@radiofradio.com. Don't forget to check us out all the time, like you're doing right now, radiofradio.com, or download our apps. That's the best way to hear everything. And coming up tonight, stay tuned for Ron to the Hills. And after Ron to the Hills, stay tuned to some Nights at the Round Table, where Brian Lewis has got a couple of good guests. He's got Ezra Peterson. He's got Mary Dixon. He's got someone else. And they're going to be talking about geek stuff because it is May the 4th, and supposedly people turn out to worship Star Wars. You remember when you used to get beat up for liking Star Wars?
I never liked Star Wars.
Exactly.
no.
So you're busy beating people up on this day.
Oh.
Bully. Terrible. Till next time, if there's a next time, I'm Matt. He's Justin. We're sorry.
Radio Free Radio. Radio Free Radio. Radio Free Radio.